Hey guys, welcome to Mabus Entertainment. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we'll be speaking about is Magashule. And there is an allegation that is coming forward. A woman saying that Ace Magashule has raped her. Actually, this whole thing happened multiple times in multiple locations. And she's 28 years old. Now she's pressing charges against him. This whole thing, she's saying that it happened as far as 2017. So she's saying that her family doesn't believe her. That's why she's taking the story forward, actually, coming with it forward to people so that people can know that Magashule has raped her, because her own family doesn't believe him. Instead, they're saying that he's a good man. So there's no way, as a good man, he would be raping someone. This is their own daughter. They don't believe her. Instead, they're saying that they believe is Magashule over her. So now there's so much that is going on with this story that I myself don't understand what's really going on. So we're just going to touch bases about this whole thing, right? Now she's saying that one day is Magashule called her. Now he called her to this hotel room. Then she went there, actually going to take money, actually, because now he offered some money to her, and then she went there to pick this money, right? So now she's saying, as she was in this hotel room, as Magashule said, okay, you can just make yourself comfortable, feel at home. And then she sat down. As Magashule went to the bathroom, she's still sitting, waiting for him to come out. When he came out with only an underwear, nothing else that he was wearing. And can you believe this is someone who went there to this hotel room, not knowing that she will be experiencing whatever that she did experience, right? So now, as Magashule came out of the bathroom naked like that, then before she knows it, he's on top of her, actually penetrating her. So this whole thing, it was like, it happened instantly, the way that she's telling the story, right? One thing, she was there in this room waiting for him. Then obviously he went inside the bathroom with the clothes on, coming out with the clothes off. She's still sitting on the bed. Then he comes and pushed her and assaulted her. So now she's saying that she's taking this whole thing to, okay, first things first, she didn't tell anyone, right? She went home, because this whole thing happened around Sentin, okay? Then she left, she went home, acted as if nothing has happened. Because now she's saying, after this whole thing happened, actually, after him raping her, the only thing that he did was to throw some money at her, the notes, stack of notes of money, pushing it to her, saying that, go home. And that was it. So she took the money, went home, and then she was crying over this whole thing. She couldn't believe that she was raped, stuff like that. So she told no one. Time went by. Now, the thing that is coming now is that he kept on inviting her to other hotels. She still went to these hotels. Now, when we break this thing down, okay, the first time, yeah, it was a rape, right? And it was something that she didn't expect will happen. But now, for this other multiple times that she's saying she still went to his hotel rooms, because now she's talking about multiple hotel rooms. She's saying that they went to different hotels room in Sentin. From there, they went to different hotels in Pretoria. How does she go from one hotel to another, going there just to be raped, because now obviously this other times she just knew the pattern that will happen, or the thing that she will have to do. It's something that she was anticipating. It's something that she knew was coming. But now she still want to call this whole thing a rape. Now, moving forward, she's saying that after this whole things, in 2019, because this whole thing happened from 2017 allegedly. So going to the 2019s, she fell pregnant. And then she told us that she was pregnant. Obviously, she's saying that he gave her some money to abort, which of that abortion was also forceful because she was forced to abort. She didn't want to abort, allegedly. So this whole thing came as that is didn't want any trace of this whole thing to come because she was 2 months pregnant, and then she had to abort. So this abortion was paid for by Magashule. But now when things are going back to, okay, Magashule paid for this abortion, there has to be some kind of record, right, about this whole thing. Now, in the statement, it's like she didn't put this part now because she knows that this thing will have to go back and then be reviewed, and then checking which place did she go for abortion and stuff like that. But now this whole thing was out of the statement, but it's something that she's actually saying that she did fall pregnant by Magashule. Now, this is a 20-year-old woman who's got choices, who's free to do whatever she wants. We are not talking about someone that is underage or a teenager, for instance, someone who's still under the parents' roof and guidelines and rules and stuff like that. This is a grown woman. But now, for her to say that she was raped multiple times, going there to this guy willingly, I just don't get this part. Really, I'm sorry about this one, but I just don't get it. How did she fall for that? And then years later, she's coming and saying that it was actually a rape, this whole thing. It was like it wasn't consensual. She doesn't even talk about those parts of was it consensual or not or whatever, but she's saying that she's strictly coming forward saying that Magashule has raped her multiple times, different locations. Meanwhile, she was an adult. If this whole thing happened when she was still underage and stuff like that, I would have understood, that Magashule has taken advantage against her or whatever. But now, this thing, it's like there was a mutuality in this whole thing, because now I don't understand this part of this thing being repeated multiple times. She's the one who's actually going to these places to meet with Magashule. It's not like Magashule is coming to her home, breaking in, and then he's doing whatever that he's doing. This whole thing was done willingly. But now she's coming crying rape right now, because now this whole thing is coming to crush those victims of real rape, those people who couldn't do anything about their situations, who couldn't even pick their situation. It's something that is just happening randomly for the kids that they don't have a voice of their own. These things happen to them. But now she's a grown-ass woman, but she still continues entertaining this whole thing. I believe that she's one person who just entertained this, and she wanted more money, and more money she was given. But now it came to a point where the money wasn't coming anymore, and maybe Magashule was having another victim, going for someone else, and then getting rid of her. Now she's coming forward claiming this whole thing is a rape. Rape, when it happens, people, it's something that is sticking with someone for quite a long time, for the rest of their lives, because this whole thing is a violation against you, So for her to say that this thing has happened, multiple times and multiple times, she didn't do anything about it. She's only coming with it right now. Can you believe her family also? I believe that they don't know how to react about this whole thing. They don't know what to say about this whole thing. Is it coming out right now? Where do they take it from now? We don't even know behind the closed doors. Maybe they were the ones who are saying that she mustn't go to Magashule. She went there willingly. We don't know, because now this whole story is giving manga business. I don't know, but I am not one for it. I don't really feel anything for her. as she's coming forward saying these whole things, because there are people who are really suffering from rape, that they didn't even know that that will happen. Given the time, they will actually take the time back, as in not going there, because they will know that they will get raped and stuff like that. But for her to still go on and on, it's something that we can talk the whole day about this whole story, because now it's just giving fishy statement some sort. It's just a lot that is happening in this story, and I don't know what's going to happen with her. But with the courts, I don't know if they will actually prosecute him to that extent, because now many things just don't make sense in this story. They don't gel. What a story. Okay, guys, just give me your comment. What do you think about this story? What's happening? Because it's Magashule, when he was asked, actually, he actually referred to someone that is actually a spokesperson, saying that this is a foreplay between politics and stuff like that. There's no truth about this whole thing. This is just something that was just made up and stuff like that, just to mess up with his name, because elections are coming. So he's saying that he doesn't know anything about this whole thing. This is just a made up story. So there's a lot that is happening in this story. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.